Sometimes in life you get a movie that is just absolute joy, and today's cinematic atrocity will be Deadly Prey. Came out in 1987. A lot of people don't know this, but 1987 was probably one of the best years for cinema. If you don't believe me, let's just type in 1987 movies. Okay, the first ones that came out were kind of crap, but The Running Man, Predator, oh man, oh shit, that's a bad one. Spaceballs. Where's the good ones? Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Near Dark, Hellraiser, Lost Boys, Empire of the Sun, Lethal Weapon, Princess Bride. Oh wow, that came out in 1987. Wall Street, Good Morning Vietnam. So there's a lot of, I consider 1987 to be the best year of cinema. A lot of people argue that maybe 1999 is also really good. That was the year of the auteur film. But this movie came out in 1987. If you're unfamiliar, it is a sort of Rambo knockoff. It's written and directed by Ted Pryor, maybe, and his brother David's in it, or David directed it and Ted's in the movie. Either way, it's about Mike Danton. He is an average ex-soldier living with his wife. When he goes to take out the garbage, though, he is kidnapped in a van by people. These people basically kidnap people at random, drive them to the wilderness, and hunt them for human sport. Not because of like sadistic tendencies, but because the Hogan, the man in charge, wants to train up a mercenary army, and he doesn't believe in war games. He wants the real thing. So they kidnap people and then use them to hunt so that they can get some real world experience so he can build up an amazing mercenary army. So Mike wakes up with no shoes on, and basically he is the greatest soldier in the history of the planet. I mean, that's what the movie implies, because he's just like super ripped all the time. And this movie is just an absolute delight because of the way it takes itself so seriously, for starters. His wife is like the worst actress of all time. She's very stiff. And instead of calling the cops, she calls her dad, because he's an ex-military guy. So they get him to help investigate, and he can just find them. And then Mike is basically, he doesn't kill anyone for some reason. He keeps like attacking these people, not taking their weapons, opting for stealth kills is a really cliche part of the movie. I guess he didn't have the budget for blood. Honestly, I don't think they actually did have the budget for blood. It's a very low budget movie. Whenever someone throws a grenade, they have the equivalent of a firecracker bomb go off and people jump. So I'm pretty sure they didn't have the budget for that, because they used up the budget for all the vehicles and stuff at the military base and the helicopter. So there's an amazing scene where Mike is hungry because he hasn't had breakfast, so he just eats a worm on screen. He just like legit takes like a minute to eat a worm. It's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, because he makes it, I don't think worms even have that much nutrition, to be honest. They're not high in protein, I don't think. They're mostly gelatinous. He just eats the worm. That should be a meme. So Mike basically bumps into an old friend from his past who's hunting him. So they team up to be good guys, and then the villains kidnap his wife. So it ends up being a sort of struggle. There's a scene where they capture him and they want him to join them, but I think the movie slows down at that point. They should have done something else. It turns into a sort of like commando-like action movie at the end when he tools up and goes after his wife. There's a lot of awkward scenes where people could have killed him, but they don't. Like there's a scene where he goes to his house, and the lead henchwoman is there, and she has a gun on him. She could just shoot him right there, but I guess the boss was like, "Don't shoot him because I want to kill him," or something. There's something weird going on. It's just lazy plotting, I guess. Also, whenever people smack other people, it looks really fake. There's a scene where the lead henchwoman like supposed to slap him, but she looks like she's knocking like a piece of like loose hair. And then whenever they have to like backhand a woman or to make it look deadly, like they go like this, and then they're like, ah! It's really bad acting from everyone involved. And so this is supposed to be like a Rambo knockoff, because like there's a scene where he has like the big gun and he's shooting all these people. The movie does get more action-packed in the second half, but overall it's a very over-serious Rambo knockoff that has one of my favorite subgenres of humans hunting humans for sport. There's actually some really great scenes where he like actually fights people that are stronger than him and he has trouble. And some great kills. Like there's a scene where he like shoves a grenade in a dude's pants and just lets him die. So yeah, Deadly Prey, it was a blast. It was probably one of the most over-the-top experiences of cinematic history. It came out in 1987, the greatest year of cinema. And I give it a cinematic atrocity score of 10, a perfect score. It is on par with Tommy Wiseau's The Room or M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening. It's a surefire blast. It's very rare to find an action movie that entertaining and so bad it's good. Usually they're just bad. So perfect score for Deadly Prey, 1987.